guys, it's Saturday. You got it. Get out of the whiteout here. This is a little more than get down in Florida way, but we got some snow. And it ain't snowman snow, it's like 20 degrees out, so it's light, no moisture in it. You can't pack it worth a shit. Can't do nothing fun with it except for push it around in the parking lots. What's happening? We got, I don't know, it probably started snowing about 3 a.m. this morning, 2 a.m. And by 5, I think we only had an inch of snow on the ground, and it's been hitting it pretty good all day here. I got my neighbor down the street here doing some plowing with his Steiner. He owns this farm and several of the houses where his family lives around here. He plows them all. So that's a plowing little bitch there. That is a nice little machine. But yeah, we probably got, I don't know, 4 inches, maybe 5 total out of this so far since early this morning, you know, 3 o'clock on. And it's been snowing off and on. This is a clipper. This is from my buddy Jerry. This is our Alberta clipper. I'm watching this guy coming down that wants both sides of the street here. But you can't really barely tell. I think you can like sort of scope out the white line. I'm riding over top of it because there's nobody here, but all the tire tracks are right on the damn center line, so you can't tell where the edge is, and the snow's been blowing over the road so bad it just sucks you off the road. And this shit, I didn't see him pre-treat the roads yesterday, and we're paying the price for it today because it's got a little bit of buildup on it that's stuck, and not so much here, but in town, just on the outskirts of town, it got icy as hell. It's just all packed down. Now you're probably like, well, maybe you shouldn't be videoing and holding the camera. Well, we're only going to be going about 30 miles an hour here, so we got time. Throw the damn camera if I got to. We'll be good though. Salt's still working pretty good at 20 something. It's actually over 20. It's warmed up a little. It started out at like, the wind started blowing out of the south at like 30 to 40 miles an hour last night. But this snow's coming out of the north, and it was bringing that, you know, warmer air up to meet with the colder air. So we got up to, thermometer says 26 in the truck. I'm thinking it's probably between 20 and 22. It's not very warm, but it's a hell of a lot better than it has been down in the 1s and 2s and 5s. I got to get a cutting edge put on this snowplow on Monday. It's down to the, almost down to the bolts. It's just starting to touch the bottom of the mold board, and I got to plow tomorrow. I might take you guys out in the Duramax. I know a lot of people want to see some of that action going on. And tomorrow would be a good day for it because I have the spreader on this truck. I'll have time tomorrow to go back and get this truck and salt. I don't feel like swapping it over just yet. I need to, but I really like plowing in this truck with the V-plow. Not that the truck's a better plowing truck, because it's not, but I like having my boss plow on this truck. Just makes life easier for carrying snow in the trap places that I plow on. But those wings help out a lot on the Duramax's Western Pro Plus 8.5 Western. So these roads, I don't think they're going to start looking any better anytime soon. They're pretty foobarred out here, and the wind's just, it's still blowing, but it's not blowing at 40 miles an hour like it was earlier. And we had sunshine for probably a good 2 or 3 hours, so we had a break, and there's another little clipper that's coming through now that's going to dump the rest of the snow on us here. Here's a guy who's going to back out in the street, but he's working and I'm watching. Got a nice Byers hopper spreader in that truck. But I just got a call from the funeral home. They had 2 funerals today, and now they're done for the day on a Saturday. Usually they don't do Saturday funerals, but they wanted to let me know that they got ours tomorrow night, so I need to make sure that I'm prepared for that. haven't been remembering to call me to let me know what's going on. Otherwise, I probably would have been camped out in their parking lot and trying to keep the drive lanes clear or something, you know, a couple times today. But yeah, I just got the call for that, so a little too late for that because they're done in another hour and a half. So it's kind of pointless. I might go through there and be a nice guy if there's not a lot of cars there and clean out the drive lanes real quick for them as a courtesy. But the roads are a little bit better up here. Just out by me, all those open farm fields are just... They finally got the corn off after the fields froze up. They were so muddy in the fall that they couldn't take the corn off. But yeah, that's what's going on. Got another load of salt this morning, and just been kind of doing what I'm doing. I came home this morning, had a bite to eat about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, and lounged around for about 2 hours, and it's time to go back out and do some more. Made it through the route once today, and it's time to go do it again, I guess. Got a driveway call from a gentleman that I've done business with before, so I'm gonna go hit that real quick, and that's about it. Go check on my accounts and see what's what. I hit them pretty good with salt this morning, but the wind was blowing so hard. The parking lot's probably bare in some places and got 6 inches of snow in other places, so you know, what the hell are you gonna do? You do the best you can with what you got. And you can't plow a parking lot that doesn't have anywhere to put a plow truck in it to plow to. So that's the peril of doing this kind of stuff. People want their lot clean, but it's hard to do when it's full of vehicles. I mean, you just run the risk. People, you know, especially places like the funeral home, God bless them, you know, people are there for a reason, and they're not thinking like they should be thinking as far as paying attention and driving. And I've almost been hit a couple of times in there, driving through real slow, pushing snow, lights going. You know, people just are in a different frame of mind, so it's just not a safe situation some days. So you got to be real cautious when you're working in places like that. I guess even at places like, you know, shopping centers are the same way, but you know, places that are as tight quarters as that, I'd rather be in like a skid steer with a box pusher on it. It's easier for me to see 360 by turning my head than in this truck. You know, you gotta turn your whole body around, and you're in a much bigger vehicle, and skid steer doesn't go as fast. It stops a hell of a lot faster when you let it off of it. It's not gonna slide. This truck, not too bad today. I jumped in the Duramax at the shop, and I forgot to put it inside this week because I was just being lazy about it. So I fired it up this morning and plowed the shop and put it back inside so that I could use it tonight. Like I said, I don't want to use this plow too much more because I'm at the bottom of the cutting edge, and I was looking for alternative cutting edges. I have the one for the Boss V plow that has the rolled center and the curb guard edges on it, and that cutting edge is to buy both halves of it is right at $400. And I get about, I think I got 4 seasons out of it, 3.5 seasons out of it, which is pretty good. But I had to cut down the rubber scrapers on the wings on this plow so it would fit around the curb guards. I'm thinking about getting the straight blades for it, the ones that don't have the curb guards in the center section, and putting a piece of belting in the center section of it, because these plows use what looks like a horse's hoof that's made out of hard plastic, and that serves the purpose of catching the snow in between the two blades when they're in the I guess it'd be the V or the scoop position more than anything, or not the scoop position, the V or angled positions. When it's in the scoop position, the blades are so close together you don't lose anything. But got some other fellas out here pushing, my buddy's company. Looks like they've been at it most of the day. Some of the factory places that don't have a lot of employees on a Saturday, those aren't bad to plow, but and you get in a situation where there's 50 or 75 cars in a small parking lot, and it turns into a disaster real quick. There ain't a whole lot you can do. And I have a bunch of little parking lots that once 1 or 2 cars get in there, I mean, you're side sweeping the parking lot. You can't hardly straight push anything, and you're cutting the wheel to take it up over a curb somewhere, and once 1 or 2 cars get in there, you can't do anything. So those people suffer the consequences of a small parking lot. The bigger ones, at least you have somewhere to maneuver. So I'll bring you guys back in a little bit here. Once I get something going, I'll get you on the tripod, and we'll do a little plowing. So I'll talk to you in a few. Here we go with the driveway. This is Mom's house. Forgot to hit the record button as I pulled in the driveway. So we got a big wad of snow here that I'm dragging out. And waiting for traffic. I didn't pull that wad of snow into the street just yet because I think I got a car coming. Maybe not. Got a couple coming the other way. Some of these places looks like we got 5 or 6 inches of snow out here. Sun's come out again though. I had the camera on 20 minutes ago. It was blowing and snowing like hell. We should be good to go. Back up far enough here. You can see the big wad of snow that's half in the road and half in the driveway. Sit half-assed in the driveway here while this car goes by because I got one coming each direction. That's why I don't like plowing in the daytime. It's better for keeping you awake, but it sucks for traffic. Alright, that's good enough for today. Out around the mailbox and try not to hit the damn thing. Snowplow's about finished it off, coming down the street anyway. You're really not supposed to shove snow down the street, but when there's that much shit on the street, it's hard to decipher what's been pushed out of people's driveways and what's on the road. At least this lane's clean. We've got one more to do up the street. Sorry about the bouncy cam and the noise, but you guys are strapped to the passenger seat. Yeah, Mom's driveway is a concrete driveway. This next one is all gravel, and it's 411. I know because I put it in. The lady had to have 411 crushed gravel in her driveway because that's what she had at her other house. Well, they obviously didn't plow it too much because when this son of a bitch gets warmed up, it heaves up and the plow grabs it like a bitch. Shoes, no shoes, doesn't matter. You gotta float the plow over it. It should be froze up enough today to not give me those sort of problems, so. Been in the deep freeze so damn long that it shouldn't cause any issues. Should be froze up nice and tight. Although her septic is in her front yard and the water from that tends to keep the one side of it warm. Hopefully we'll be okay here. slide. Alright. We're in and the sun's gonna be in your eyes. I apologize already. Oh, hell yeah. We got 6 or 8 inches of snow in this baby. I hope the hell that wasn't a railroad tie. Nope. I scraped some weeds off of the top of it right there though. I'm glad I didn't plow it out of the turnaround. She usually always parks in this turnaround, which makes it like it's not too bad. But now she's been parking in front of her garage because her garage is filled floor to ceiling with shit. She can't put a car in it. Drop off here. This goes down to that lake. I've got timbers on the edge of this driveway here. I know everybody can't afford to have a paved driveway, but some of these driveways are just a pain. I've been plowing this one for 20 years, so I kind of know where things are, but you send somebody into this driveway when it's not completely froze up and they can make a real fucking mess in a hurry. Snow shovel waving at me. If they truly want somebody to plow their driveway, they're going to need to walk around the back of the lake and come tell me. I don't read sign language very well. I'm at a point where I can actually do that. Oh, this is going to be a son of a bitch. It's got that vehicle parked too far away. I can't weasel around in here. Do this. Sort of sweep that sideways. Come to the hill here. These people look like their driveway's been plowed. They're done. Got to get out and shovel our sidewalk too. We don't normally shovel sidewalks on driveways, but this is one of the few that I do. Good as we're gonna get for the time being. I don't know if I'm glad I picked up a pallet of salt or sorry I picked up a pallet of salt. I gotta try and weasel over and make this turnaround work for me, which I don't think is gonna happen. I have to make like a 30-point turn here to make this work. Still don't know that I can make it work. I've done it before, but I don't know if I'm feeling it today. I feel like I put my damn plow markers in the wrong place. Because if the ground is frozen, I could actually drive onto the grass and not get wheel marks in it. here, a little there. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit here. It's going to take me a couple minutes to shovel this sidewalk. I'll be back. Alright guys, we're going to get one more driveway before I head back in until the sun goes down here and these places close up so I can go around and do my clean out. Looks like we might be done with the old snow for today until it kicks up and gives us a little spit tomorrow. This road runs behind my shop, and I got a customer that lives over here that, gosh, I've been doing business for her 20 years, 15 years, something like that, quite a while. It's got a cool little house, about a mile from the shop, maybe a mile, 2 miles from the shop. Sort of picturesque, although the snow's not hanging in the trees very much today. It's been so windy. If it hadn't been so windy, it'd probably be a little cooler looking. You see, I don't know how wide the camera angle is here, if you can see the open field in front of me, but this street is a street, I think I talked about it before, once I cross over this road coming up with the flashing light. It's got a pretty bad drifting situation when the wind's blowing out of the north or northwest. We'll see what it looks like today. This is the one where I passed a garbage truck at like 3 in the morning, and the snow was getting pushed into the grill of the truck. The drift was so deep. At that point, I think I would have stopped driving the truck because a radiator packed with snow is not going to cool an engine very good, even though it's cold out. And it looks like they got it cleared up pretty good. We'll see once we get down the hill here. I like it when it snows like this, when it's cold enough where it's only in the 20s, low 20s. Snow stays light. Ground's been froze up tight for a couple of weeks now. But here we are at the end of January, so I don't know how many of these kind of snows we're going to luck out with, but these are the kind when it starts snowing, you usually get one plow in before places open. Sometimes you can get in during the day and then you go back at night and plow a third time out of one storm. Usually the last time you plow it's a mess because it's all tracked down and just, it's like pushing instant mashed potatoes. Yeah, this isn't bad. This little dip coming up going toward these railroad tracks is where that drift was I was talking about, that was up over would have been over the hood of my truck. I actually drove in the oncoming traffic lane because it was dark out and just took it easy. Yeah, it's not going to be drifted that bad. It's still drifting out of the north, but which is to the right of the camera. But this little overhang here on the side of the road where the field sits higher, that shit was drifted out to the center lane, hood deep. I don't like trying to drive on the roads when it's like that. That's just a bit much, and you really can't put the plow down and make any headway because it starts rolling over top of the plow. The roads are so damn rough. Welcome to Ohio. Like she's been in or out at least once today, but this one's marked and I've been plowing it for a long time, and luckily for this one I can push it going in. I don't have to plow the turnaround, I just have to plow the main part of the drive here, so we'll windrow everything to the right. Get up by the garage here. And make a nice little pile. Which is going to be frozen, I'm sure, because I've got a pile sitting right there. horses, and she used to be, well, she still is a veterinarian, but she used to have a veterinary clinic at the end of my folks' street when I was just a pup. Hopefully she's either back home or not coming home while I'm here, because I don't need anybody sneaking in behind me and getting hit. That's far enough of that. This driveway can be a son of a bitch, because on the right hand side of the screen, that's the east side of the driveway, there's a kind of a grassy little, I don't even want to call it lawn area. It's not nice enough to be lawn, but it holds water like a son of a bitch, and it pools up on that side of the driveway, and it can really make life interesting when it's not frozen, because you'll try and get over here. It slopes down just a touch, not a lot, but it'll get swampy as hell. Here's another one where I may or may not back all the way out of the driveway to turn around. I may do the 10-point squirm. It's funny because some of it blew away, but some of it was drifted so damn deep that it's kind of ridiculous. Actually, it doesn't look like it was too bad, just that main part of the driveway. I can't plow this turnaround because she stakes it real close and the plow hangs off the driveway when you do it. It's too sharp of a turn to make with a pickup. You need a tractor or a Jeep to do it. She understands that. She actually has told me in the past, because I've tried to do it and got a little gravel in her yard, which she wasn't fussy about. She's real cool about it. She just said, don't even worry about it. I don't need to use it. But it's really a rather cool property. I don't know if this house was, if she built this house or if it was built and she renovated it, but she has a friend who is a retired Air Force pilot who's big into woodworking, saws all his own timber, they own a sawmill together, and they do custom wood as far as, you know, siding, trim. I can't remember, I think this house has an asphalt roof on it, but her veterinary practice had a wood cedar shake roof on it, and when she sold the building, right before she sold it, she redid the whole roof and resealed it and everything. Probably cost $25,000 or $30,000. I have no idea. I'm just throwing a wild number out there. It was expensive, I'm sure, to maintain that wood, but she redid the whole thing, and the people that bought the building ripped the fucking roof off of it. The thing would have been good for another 40 years probably. The thing was immaculate. There was not a thing wrong with it. Then they tore it off and put an asphalt roof on it. It's like people that buy a house that has a slate roof on it, an old house, and if it's in good shape, don't mess with it, because it'll certainly outlast any asphalt roof ever. Slate's a 100-year roof. If you don't walk on it, break the tiles, and have hailstorms break the tiles, but usually it's becoming a dying art. People don't know how to do it, and I'm certainly one of them, so I'm talking out my ass, but nobody knows how to deal with it, so they just get rid of it. Oh yeah, those stakes are a good foot off the driveway. Awesome. But it's frozen, and I got the rubber cutting edges on the wings, so the shitty part is you can't see pulling out of this driveway. That's why it sucks to do it in the daytime. I mean, it really sucks to do this in the daytime. So I'm gonna leave that pile there and try and squirm over to see out of this driveway before I get popped. I got one coming to the west here. Should be okay. You can see for a long way once you get out in the street. It's just getting past this wood line and getting in the road and being able to see what the hell's out here. So that's not a bad driveway. It's just, it's harder to do in the daytime because you don't have headlights to work with. guys, hope you enjoyed the little plowing snippet here for the day. I'm gonna go back home and relax for a while. Catch you guys later on.